Okay, here we have a tank full of water that's leaking at a rate of L equals 600 times e to the power of negative t over 5. And we want to know how much water in total leaked out of the tank from t equals 2 to t equals 4. So what we need to do here is, of course, we're given the rate. We want to figure out the total amount of water that leaked out of the tank. So we need to take the integral of the rate function from 2 to 4. Great. So to calculate this, I can just take out the constant from inside the integral. So 600 times the integral from 2 to 4 of e to the power of negative t over 5 dt. Great. Of course, we're going to be able to use a calculator here. Nobody's going to be expected to figure this out with their own minds, right? So actually, let me give myself a bit more room here. So, oh yes, but before we figure out the integral of this, let's take the derivative of that first. The derivative of this would be e to the power of negative t over 5, right? Because the derivative of e to the x is just e to the x. But then we need to do the chain rule and multiply this by the derivative of negative t over 5, which is just negative 1 over 5. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. I will assume it does. So, essentially the derivative of e to the power of negative t over 5 will be negative e to the power of negative t over 5 over 5. But we're interested in the antiderivative of this. To balance out the fact that we would get a negative 1 over 5 multiplying this here, when we take the antiderivative, we're going to have to multiply the e to the power of negative t over 5 by negative 5. Does that make sense? After all, once we take the derivative of this, right, we're going to get negative 1 over 5 times negative 5, that's positive 1, which is what we have here. So that's how we can take a look at how the antiderivative can be found. So we want, actually give myself too much room here. So from negative 5, e, negative t over 5, from 2 to 4. If we plug this whole thing into the calculator, we will get 662.973. So the answer is C. Of course, if we were to do this manually, we could go like this, negative 5 e to the negative 4 over 5 minus negative 5e to the power of negative 2 over 5. And that's it.